Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully, you're having a good day. We're going to talk. We've got a lot of day baseball today, so we're going to talk through some baseball. We'll save March Madness for tomorrow and Friday, probably mostly Friday. Nothing there really has changed in terms of my thoughts on the games. I still think I would lean Florida over Auburn, and I still think, Duke Houston's going to be a great game. Two best teams by far, in my opinion. I would rank them Duke, Houston, Florida, Auburn in that order. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow and Friday. We have a lot of day games today, which is fun. You guys know I love day baseball. We also have the Texas Open tomorrow, so I kind of want to just save my bullets for the Masters next week. Ryan, yeah. So I kind of want to wait until the Masters next week to really. I probably won't take much for the Texas Open, but we can look at the odds here and kind of talk about it. It's not the worst tournament. I feel like someone could correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like more people are playing in this maybe than in years past. I don't know. But it's not a terrible field. So we can talk a little bit about that, but I haven't taken any Texas Open bets. We can talk about some maybe and just kind of talk about it. But next week, obviously, we'll be doing a full Masters preview, which will be fun. So we'll probably next Wednesday, the whole stream will be dedicated. There might be some baseball going on. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule, but I'll try and have a blog post out with a Masters breakdown, and then we'll do a full stream. Maybe I can bring someone on to talk about the Masters. Jim, good morning. Maybe I'll reach out to someone that knows. I have a couple people in mind. Maybe we'll bring a guest next Wednesday for the Masters. We'll see. But yeah, so we're going to talk baseball and then golf as well. If you guys have questions on anything, go ahead and ask. Once we get through the Masters next week, I would say I'll be more. We'll have like 2 weeks where I'll be focused more on the NFL draft in addition to baseball and like the end of NBA and all that stuff. But I'll have some NFL draft content coming, mock drafts and all that stuff. So we'll definitely be looking at that after the Masters. We can start with golf. So, I mean, this isn't like the hardest course. It's a big course for like course history, I would say. Like if you look at historical performances at this course, it's pretty much a 1-for-1 correlation. It's really big. So some courses I don't weigh course history very heavily. This TPC San Antonio in particular is very sticky year to year in terms of who plays well there. So I think you can look at past results and not just take that as the gospel, but go off of that. I think is a big factor when looking overall at this course. It's not really, like I said, it's not the hardest course. It can get hard depending on weather. Like it can get pretty windy sometimes, and that can increase the difficulty. But overall, it's not the hardest course. So I'm mainly looking. I don't know if I'll take any outrights. Hideki let us down when he was hurt, a couple weeks ago or whatever that was. I think he's good to go now, and I still like his form overall. When you bet on Hideki Matsuyama, you kind of take that risk on that it's like betting on Jason Day. Like, these guys can have flare-ups and get, pull out of tournaments. But I quickly looked at my numbers, and Hideki was at the top for me this week. So immediately I'd have some interest in him. Keegan and Akshay, those were the three guys that were at the top of my numbers for this week. So if we're looking for outrights, those three kind of stuck out to me. But I don't know if I'll take any. I might do like a make the cut parlay or look at some three balls during the tournament or something. But those three were at the top of my list. For long shots, Ben Griffin was up there. And if you've watched my streams and followed the golf at all this year, you know we've bet on Ben Griffin quite a bit. He's played pretty well. He almost got us a win that one tournament. But yeah, I like to take Ben Griffin on courses that aren't overly difficult. He's not really long off the tee. But he's good at everything else. So he can compete on those easier courses, which this is one of them. So he was at the top of my list as well. So we can look at Ben Griffin again, but I don't know. I'm kind of tired of betting on him. But then again, I've said multiple times I'm going to bet on him until he wins. So I just know if we don't bet on Ben Griffin this week, this would just be the week that he won. So I don't know. Maybe I'll throw a little sprinkle on him. Do you think OKC 70+ wins is playable? I would have to look at the rest of their schedule. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, just reading that, probably not. But I need to dive into who they're playing the rest of the way, I think. But yeah, so again, usually we talk more about golf. I didn't take anything this week because we have the Masters next week. But if you're looking for outrights, Hideki, Keegan, Akshay were at the top of my list, and then Ben Griffin if you want a long shot. We could do a make the cut parlay or a top 20 parlay or something. Let's see. To make the cut, we could do like Keegan or Akshay. We'll do Keegan and Ben Griffin. It's about even odds. I don't hate that. Let me look at finishing position. I like to do finishing position on DraftKings because it's a little bit worse odds, but they don't do dead heat for those. So if I'm going to take this, I'd probably take it on DraftKings. They also have top 40, which apparently FanDuel doesn't have. I don't know. So I'll look at that later on DraftKings, but I'll probably do something just to have something to watch this weekend, but mainly just saving for the Masters next week. We'll have a big card for that. All sorts of different stuff. For baseball, went 1-1 yesterday. I took that under that we talked about on stream, and then I took the Cubs. I put a bigger bet on the Cubs money line, which won. So 1-1. So I think I'm either 9-4 or 10-4 in baseball this season. It's been a very good start. So we're going to keep that rolling today. Starting off in the first game, Texas Rangers, Cincinnati Reds, Hunter Green, Jack Leiter. I'm a big Jack Leiter fan. I like the Rangers at plus money here. So Hunter Green is what he is. I think he's very good, but he's going to give up home runs. He did that in his first start on opening day. If you guys remember, the Reds completely choked on opening day last week. They started off really hot, scored a bunch of runs, and then Hunter Green gave up a home run. They put in the bullpen, completely collapsed. I'm trying to feel out their bullpen. I don't know. And we know Terry Francona loves to go to his bullpen and will overuse his bullpen. So I'm trying to feel out how I feel overall on their bullpen. But overall, I think pitch mix wise, Texas matches up well with Hunter Green's pitch mix. Jack Leiter, I'm very high on. And I still don't know if I trust Cincy's bullpen. So I kind of like Texas at plus money in this game. Probably going to take a shot on them. Kansas City and Milwaukee is a fun game with two very, very good pitchers. As you can tell, the total is just 7.5 there. Didn't take anything here. Should be a good game, though. Pittsburgh and Tampa, Pepiot against Paul Skeens. I'm kind of surprised that Pittsburgh aren't bigger favorites in this game, but they're just not that good. So I feel like a lot of times this year, betting against Paul Skeens is actually going to be a decent move just because I don't really know what's going to happen once he exits the game. Like he might give you 5 or 6, even 7 as we progress this season, but he might give you 5 or 6 great innings. I don't know what's going to happen after that, and I don't really trust Pittsburgh to give him much run support. So the Rays were like plus 105 or something last night when I was looking. And it's pretty surprising that the line has moved against Paul Skeens, but I guess maybe people have caught on to that. So I don't know. I kind of like, oh yeah, Nathan, I see your comment here. I was kind of leaning Tampa last night. I didn't play it or take it, but I think it's interesting the line moved towards them. I kind of agree. Like, if you want to take Pittsburgh for the first 5 innings and then Tampa for the full game or something, I have no problems with that. That's kind of how I would lean majority of the time this year when he pitches, just because I don't think the team is very good. What are your thoughts on betting the Dodgers every game this year on the run line? Much better odds, and they are usually going to cover. I don't know, Jim. I'd have to look into the data on that. I know. I mean, we're kind of in uncharted territory when it comes to the Dodgers and this team. So I would have to do some research on it. I know, like, sometimes things seem easier. Like, I remember last year, it was a thing. Everyone wanted to just bet against the White Sox every game, but the White Sox actually were pretty good at covering that 1.5 run spread, and they just lost a ton of close games. So I don't know. I'd have to do some research. In theory, I would say you're probably right, because the Dodgers are there's just a different animal. I don't know. What is that? What's like the record all time for wins in a season? Let's see here. 116, it looks like. I mean, that was in 1906. I don't really know if I count that. But the 2001. Oh yeah, the Mariners tied it in 2001. Okay, that I do remember. So, man, I don't know. 116 and 46. Are the Dodgers going to lose 46 games? I don't know. They might break that record. I wonder. I'm sure someone has odds on them to set the record for wins. They might break that record. Yeah, so if you guys want to take Pittsburgh first 5, I don't have a problem with it. I kind of like the Rays for the full game, but I didn't take anything there. Angels and Cardinals, I did take a play here. I like the under in this game. Or if you want to take the first 5 under, you can do that as well. But I like Kikuchi and Gray both. I think they're both good pitchers. Kikuchi's someone I was pretty high on coming into the season. I don't really trust the offenses either, at least against the starters. So I think, at least to start out, it should be a pretty low scoring game until we get, we could see what happens with the bullpen. But I want to see what, I don't know, maybe take a first. I might take the first 5 under instead of the full game, or maybe take both. I don't know. I like the first 5 under. I'll leave that. Oh, I'll put the stuff I've taken in the bet slip here. I don't know. I kind of lean the first 5 under maybe in that one. Twins and White Sox. No play for me there. Maybe an over. 7 runs seems a little bit low. Mackenzie Gore and against the Blue Jays. Mackenzie Gore was amazing in opening day. Nathan, I know you're a Nationals fan, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've been waiting for Mackenzie Gore to be good for like 5 years, ever since this started out waiting for the Padres to call him up, and that never happened. And then he gets traded, and he was good last year, but not what he was supposed to be. And then he comes out on opening day and does that. Absolutely incredible. So I think a lot of people, I'm pretty surprised. I thought a lot of people would want to bet on Washington today after that, kind of that performance from Mackenzie Gore in his first start. I mean, 13 strikeouts, no walks. Pretty crazy. But I guess the Nationals are favorites, so it would make sense. The Blue Jays are the better team. I don't know. Just curious there. I thought the Nationals would be more popular. I was at the game. Oh, you were at the game. That's pretty sweet, Nathan. That's a great game to be at. I mean, I know the bullpen kind of let you guys down, but that would have been cool to see. I love you if you guys watch me, you know how much I love to analyze pitchers, and I love most people want to go see a bunch of home runs and offense and stuff. I love when I go to a game and the pitchers are shoving. That's my favorite thing. I love watching that. So that would have been a sick game to be at. Cubs A's. So we've been riding the Cubs, man. We hit them 2 days ago. We hit them again yesterday, and they've been great for us. I don't really trust Jameson Taillon, but man, I kind of find it hard not to go back to the Cubs here at plus money. Oh, how do we not? Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Jeffrey Springs here. I'll pull up Baseball Savant. Let's take a look here. Obviously, he's a lefty. 50% fastballs. Mainly fastball, changeup, and then he'll mix in a slider in his first start. That's what we saw from him. If we look at last year, pretty much the same. Fastball, changeup, he'll mix in a slider. His fastball last year was pretty good. He only allowed a 211 expected batting average with it. Changeup 222, slider 309. Got a huge whiff percentage on that changeup last year, 44%. And then in his first start this year was at 64%. So clearly a really, really good changeup there for Jeffrey Springs. Interesting. The thing that's interesting though with the A's is like I still don't trust their bullpen really. So even if it's a close game or the A's are winning going to the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th innings, I still feel like team can come back on them. Let's see here. I don't know what if you're in the chat. What's your thoughts? Do we go? We hit the Cubs 2 days ago. They cashed for us. We hit them again yesterday. They cashed for us. I mean, do we press our luck and do we go again? I'm gonna look at the 2024 numbers. Let's look at 2024 versus lefties. Ride the Cubs. I do have some projections. Let's take a look here. Let's see what the projections have this game on the money line. See if I can pull those up here. I'm assuming the Cubs will be favorites. Or a higher percentage, should I say, in the model. I don't know. While I'm pulling that up, we'll move on here to the next game. I don't know why this isn't loading. Nathan in chat said he likes the Tigers. Obviously, have Scooble Castillo, really good pitching matchup here. I might lean that way with you, Nathan, because I'm kind of not the biggest Luis Castillo fan. I liked him early on in his Cincinnati days, but it's kind of just been since getting traded. If we look at him last year, 3.64 ERA is good, 3.91 expected, good. You know, like he's just a solid pitcher. But I don't think he's crazy good. Four-seamer, slider, sinker, changeup. It's really like kind of an even mix between those other three pitches after the fastball. He didn't look great in his first start, but I don't like to put a ton of stock into that when it's just one singular start. But I mean, we kind of know how Scooble can get down. We know how the Tigers bullpen can get down. I might lean that way with you. We might add that in. Nathan, did you take, if you're still watching, did you take him? Oh, you said you took him first 5. Let's see what the line is. Minus 140. I might just play him full game, to be honest with you. I'll put that in there as a maybe. Cubs and Tigers are maybes. I was looking at a parlay. So I was thinking about maybe Padres. Let me take these out of the I was thinking about Padres, Dodgers. I don't like to do big favorite parlays in baseball, but Cleveland just looks absolutely terrible. And I do think Cease will bounce back a little bit from that first start. He wasn't super good, but Cleveland looks absolutely terrible right now. And they're kind of a team I was lower on coming into the season. So that's kind of confirming. I know it's only been a few games, but that kind of confirms my priors when I'm kind of low on a team coming in and they just look terrible. They don't look good. So I kind of like San Diego. And then, I mean, the Dodgers, we don't really need to say much there. So I kind of like this little parlay today. You could include that as well. Curious what Crochet strikeout prop is. 7.5, a little bit too high for me. Nothing else is really sticking out. I mean, this is insane. Minus 330 in baseball. Absolutely nuts. All right. Overall, nothing crazy in the later slate. I really like Texas to start the day. That's probably my favorite bet of the day. Texas on the money line. I like the first 5 under in this game a lot. Let me put that in there. I like that parlay that I just said. And then I like the Cubs and I like the Tigers. The Cubs are a maybe. Tigers, you could probably talk me more into, Nathan. I need to do a little bit more. So the reason I liked the Cubs so much yesterday was they had to use so many bullpen arms that night before. Like the Cubs didn't have to use any bullpen arms that previous night because like Colin Rea went 3 innings for them and then on the flip side, Joey Estes only went 4 innings, and the A's had to use like five relievers to get through the rest of that game. So that's why I liked him last night. And then last night again, I mean, they used Presley for an inning, Hodge for an inning, but Steele went almost 7. I mean, he gave up 4 runs, but he went 6 2/3, which helped him out a lot. Sevy also went 6 though, which helped out the A's a little bit. So that probably balances out the bullpen stuff a little bit. I need to think about it a little bit more. I'll decide on it. I'll take him out just because it's a maybe. So Rangers, first 5 under in the Angels-Cardinals game. Tigers, probably take them full game, but Nathan in the chat likes them on the first 5. Don't have a problem with Hunter Green strikeouts anytime he's pitching. No issues with that. Also, Wyatt Langford is someone I was high on coming in the season, like a lot of people. He's looked great to start the season. So his props I'm interested in. I mean, he's just been smashing the ball. I want to look at the early exit velocity. Let me see. So looking at guys at the top of the list in average exit velocity. Again, very small sample size. But someone that sticks out, Vlad, hasn't really done anything, but clearly he's hitting the ball well. So that's interesting. Looking like a potential person we could buy low on. Matt Olson sticks out. I'm surprised Langford is not higher on this list. I don't know. I thought he would be higher up here. He's had a couple home runs. couple warning track flyouts. So I kind of took a note of how he's played. Oh, okay, he's right here. I mean, 92 is still very good. So not as bad. And pretty good barrels per plate appearance right there at 8.3. So yeah, Wyatt Langford props, something I'm interested in the early window. Hunter Green is going to throw a lot of fastballs. Like we're seeing 2 pitches from Hunter Green, fastball, slider. His slider is, pretty good. 39% whiff rate last year. Fastball 25%. He's got good pitches, but it's hard for guys like that with 2 pitches to get multiple times through the order. And that's why he can give up home runs. That's why he gave up a home run when he did yesterday. But so maybe look at Wyatt Langford props today, like a bases, hits, runs, RBIs. We don't have a ton of data to go off from last year, but this year it's small sample size, but he has pretty good numbers against fastballs, but it's like 5 or less pitches, I think, what I'm seeing registered. So not really much to take from, but he should know what's coming today because he's mainly going to see 2 pitches. So Wyatt Langford, I'm interested there. But overall, Rangers on the money line, first 5 under, Angels, Cardinals. Those are my favorite day bets. And then we'll throw in Detroit there on the money line for Nathan in the chat. I like that play. Always fine betting on Scooble as well. I'll do a deeper dive into the night slate and we'll see. I do like that parlay though, the Dodgers Padres parlay at it was like plus 117. I'm interested in that as well. But overall, thank you guys for tuning in. Shorter stream today because I have some stuff to go take care of, but I'll be live tomorrow, 11 a.m. We'll probably have some day baseball tomorrow. I'm just assuming. I haven't looked at the schedule, but we'll have more to talk about tomorrow. I'm working on an MLB data space on Rolling Insights, so hopefully I can finish that up, and I'll pull it up on stream tomorrow and show you guys. Good luck with your bets today. Good luck with your fantasy teams, DFS, all that stuff. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.